One.
Guys, so the illegal migrants have been using FHA loans to get houses. So now that people are starting to see that that's crazy because they needs to go to American citizens, they are purging them from the roster, and there's been a lot of foreclosures anyway, and that's only going to be increasing because of the deportations that have been increasing. So all of that, the housing, the FHA loans, all that stuff is going to go to exactly where it belongs, back to the American citizens. But people have been coming up on my timeline and like talking about how they're being called in to clear out houses that like are no longer getting payments done on them because the people have been deported. And it's just very interesting because all of these people were artificially inflating the market prices for all of these houses, for everything really, groceries, housing, all that stuff. Like, whether you like to admit it or not, be angry all you want. Trump's America First policy, and listen, it's not America only. We're not doing isolationism here. So I don't want to hear that stupid argument. But Trump, in his agenda for America First, is actually going to be working. It's going to be helping the economy. I mean, it's just started, so obviously nothing is tangible now. But in the next coming year, I expect there to be a lot more affordable housing for American citizens. All of the stuff that you guys are complaining about, like, oh my gosh, we're buried under a bunch of debt. In the past, my family used to buy houses. Now I can't buy houses anymore because everything's it's going to come down. Just like I said in my other videos, it's going to have to come down. Supply, demand, it's basic economics, okay? The demand is going to go down, which means and there's a lot of supply, even when it comes to like apartment renting. It's a lot of supply. So get ready to benefit off that opportunity, okay? As American citizens, get ready to jump on it.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. For copyright issues, I got to pull that out.
Let's go. What had the buyer backing out?
In the week that we were supposed to close, the buyer got picked up by immigration.
Oh man, that's terrible.
So, yeah, that killed the whole deal right there.
This is the one listed at $130,000, right?
That is correct.
Got it. And do you know what the seller's underlying interest rate is on the loan if we end up taking it over?
You know what? I believe it's 8.499%.
Ooh, that's above market rates.
Let me confirm that with you. But I remember somebody asked me a similar question, and I believe the seller told me that rate that they got. But let me double check that.
Yeah.
If you are looking to get deals in your area, well, in Georgia, we have a Georgia off-market property list. We take those foreclosures, people that need to sell them really quick, and we put them out there. We drop that list once a week on a Friday. Okay. Information should be in the main description. You can definitely go ahead and follow it. And then also we're going to put something out there too, just to teach the basics of wholesaling. So you guys know what the basics are, because I'm a believer, even in this time right now, this is the perfect time to make extra money, to get extra money, get access to this stuff. Wholesaling has always been around. People just didn't understand what it was. Now you're going to have an influx of foreclosures, people that are facing foreclosures. This is the perfect time to go in and help them and get that asset into the hands of someone that can actually manage it or need it. And you can make some cash in doing it too.
They bought it about a year and a half ago. That would have been when rates were pretty high. I would imagine at least 7.5% on this thing. But honestly, I think I can pull it up right now. It looks like it says 6.84 on my end, and they owe about 114. You think that's right?
That's about right. 114,999, something like that.
Got it. So because the rate's going to be at pretty much exactly where we are on market rates right now, I'll probably stick with my $5K down. I tell you what, I'll up it to $6,000 down, and I'll cover the closing costs, and I can pay your commission on top of that too. So I'll go up to $6K, but I was thinking that the rate would be a little bit below market rates. So the way that I've got to make this work for me is my normal down payment is 20%. I'm getting my same interest rate, so it's got to yield somewhere. I'm thinking I'll probably, do better on the down payment, but I am eating kind of a challenging interest rate in this scenario.
And that's how we're gonna do. That's wholesaling. And as these properties come more and more on the market, or they go into foreclosure, the next boom is coming. It's coming. People are gonna panic But I keep saying you got to have the skills to be able to do it. And that's it. You just got to know between AI and how to move the needle to take advantage of it.
The Trump administration's plan to make housing cheaper is to deport illegal immigrants. And you may think that sounds stupid, but it's also literally how economics works. For example, it's simple supply and demand. California is a good example of this. California stopped building homes because it was so expensive due to environmental and other regulations that California would put in place. And that's why California has continued to be one of the most unaffordable places to live, because no houses means no supply. No supply with demand still high means price goes up. So it shouldn't surprise you that if you lessen the demand, and how do you lessen the demand? You take people out of the market. How do you take people out of the market? You deport them. You are deporting people who want to own a home. When you do that, you're taking the supply away from the demand side. Now there's less demand with the same amount of supply. Price goes down. And that example is just like in California. If you're in Florida where they are,
I would actually say also the more you deport people, you increase supply too. Even if you don't touch the demand, the supply increase will also make it where the demand now can be met because you have more supply, and actually will drive down the value. They don't talk about that. That drives down those asking price. That drives down those rental rates that you guys are looking to complaining about sometimes. And I get it, because the rents are high.
Building homes, not only is supply going up, but demand is going to go down because you're deporting people, which means prices are going to fall drastically quicker. But liberals don't like to hear this because it's economics, and liberals don't like to talk about economics. But then two, because they're always talking about affordable housing. But the reason they have to make housing affordable is they're letting 1 million people into the country all the time, which increases demand while limiting supply, meaning price goes up.
This week I started doing foreclosures on undocumented properties that the people had to leave in a hurry. I just left one. Pizza boxes open, pizza was still there. All the food was still in the pantry. They grabbed whatever valuables they could, left everything else behind. These are foreclosures, so these are homes that were bought using FHA, guaranteed by the government for undocumented people. Last month, over 252,000 people were deported in Texas alone. So all of a sudden, we're starting to see the effects now. I did another one yesterday. They come tagged as possible undocumented immigrant. Furniture's there, fish tank, dead fish. They left in a hurry. If you want to see that content, I put that content on my wife's page or on my YouTube page. My wife's page is Ants and Liz, or Ants_Liz, or Ants.
Oh, that's his page. Let's go to it. Oh, that was the last one. So, this is kind of, to me, the new wave. This is what's going to happen, and we'll see it happen over the next 12 to 24 months, even 72 months, to fix an issue having to do with the mortgage or the property issue or the real estate issue, real estate demand and the supply that's outpacing, that's not even keeping up with the demand. First, you do have to go through the system and find out who has shit that they not supposed to have. And if you're somebody, you believe that an undocumented immigrant, someone that's here illegally, someone that didn't go through the process to be here, has a right to actually own a home in the U.S., then you're just the victim of your demise, and you're the engineer of it at the same time. Because ain't nowhere in the world that you're going to go, and any country you're going to go into, sit down and tell them you want to buy a house and you want to own some of their land. They will laugh you out the country. They will laugh you out the country. You will be a laughing stock at immigration, because you can't go to Dubai and do it. You can't go to China and do it. You damn well can't go even to the UK and do it. Can't. We're the only country in the world where you can come in just like this randomly and just buy shit. I think there's one other country. I think Belize, they allow, you don't have to have a citizenship, I think, with Belize. But Belize, who's going there? I mean, it's nice to visit, probably beautiful terrain, but come on, raising your family, schools, let's be for real. Infrastructure, let's get for real. Let's get for real. I'm a believer that every person should be entitled to some type of housing. Nobody should live on the street. But when we talk about owning land and being responsible for that thing, no, I'm not for it. I'm just not for it. I'm just not for it. America has enough issues than just giving this land to people that are undocumented, people of nationality of other countries that don't want to leave their nationality, don't want to leave their country, but they want all the benefits of our country. And when you tell people that, they say you're racist, they say you're this, you're that, but nope. But the same people who make these comments, they never lived anywhere outside of the U.S. They don't see how we're so generous in our country already. They don't see it. They prefer to actually view it in the stance of, if this is not done, then we're evil, we're wrong. And you cannot have compassion without having logic. And you can't have so much logic with no compassion. I'll come against the Democrats, Republicans, and say the same thing too. You can't be so legalistic that you don't put things in place to help people to win the opportunity to become a citizen of the country. Why do you think they're here? They want to become a citizen. We just need to see if they're the right ones for this country. That's it. But we definitely know up until 2025, May 2025, FHA has been giving out loans to undocumented immigrants left and right. As of May 2025, it's over. And now, after those deportation push went through with Trump, this is it. This is the result of it. And I think it's only going to get more deep, more worse, we're going to see more and more of it. And if you are a citizen of the country and you want to get into real estate, you want to buy a house, you want to get land, it's coming.